everyone. I'm Laura Davidson, partner here at Fourlane, and I'm truly excited to be with you today. Whether you're running a high volume warehouse or just looking to tighten up your operations, you're in the right place. Today's webinar is all about sales order fulfillment, a core process that can either make or break customer satisfaction. We'll walk through how to optimize the process using powerful tools built into QuickBooks Enterprise from the moment an order is placed all the way to shipping and tracking. Here's a quick overview of topics we'll cover today. We'll begin with the fundamentals of sales order fulfillment, what it is and why it matters. Then we'll explore how QuickBooks Enterprise supports a seamless workflow, covering order creation, inventory checks, barcode scanning, picking and packing, automation, reporting, and audit compliance. By the end of today's session, you'll have a complete roadmap for transforming your fulfillment process into a well-oiled machine. Why is sales order fulfillment essential? Think about it. Your sales order fulfillment process is where your promises to customers become reality. If that handoff from sales to delivery isn't seamless, it affects everything. Your inventory accuracy, your financial records, your reputation, and your bottom line. QuickBooks Enterprise helps bridge that gap with real-time visibility, integrated inventory tools, and built-in automation. It's not just about shipping, it's about delivering the right product at the right time with confidence. Let's dive more into the details. So to start, what we're going to take a look at, and I'm going to take you in product here in a moment, we're going to look at getting this set up. So first of all, we're going to enable the sales order fulfillment worksheet, and then we're going to enable barcode scanner. So here, let me switch over to in product. There we go. So if you navigate over to edit, preferences, items in inventory, advanced inventory settings, you're going to come over to site operations, and you're going to make sure enables the sales order fulfillment worksheet is checked. This will create your command center for sales order fulfillment. Also, while you're in this window, this is where you would add a barcode device. You can use an Android phone with an attached barcode reader, or there are some other barcode devices we can recommend, mainly I think Zebra brands. But once you get that device, we can add it here. Once you click add, it pushes back a code. This code you would enter into your mobile app. That is going to connect it to the QuickBooks file. Okay. Once that's done, click OK. On the barcode scanner, we are going to enable an app called the Warehouse Manager. Once this is done, this is going to enable us to go through the process and scan and do all of that. So this is a game changer using the barcode scanner. It can reduce errors, improve speed, but it does sync the inventory in real time, so it's pretty cool. So the next thing we're going to do, I want to show you real quick, is it's enabled. What you can do is you can go into assign warehouse users. So if we come in here to vendor center, I'm just going to create a, let's just say warehouse user A. I'm just going to do a group. Now these can be individual names. You can do it that way. I'm going to do it with a group. And then see here, when you go to vendor type, you pick warehouse user. This will allow us to go through our process once we get into our dashboard. All right. So next, I want to show you the dashboard before I start creating the sales order. This is where you're going to find your sales order fulfillment worksheet. And this is what it looks like. So there's a few different things that are in here. So I can come in here, I can filter for what's fulfillable, partial, or no. I can do a specific time period. Okay. But then we've got the dashboard, we've got the pick, pack, express, pick, and pack. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come over here. Let's go create a sales order. Okay, this flipped on me. Let me go back in here. Oh, excuse me, this thing is flipping around a little bit. All right, so what I want to do is I want to go in and create a sales order first. So let's pick my favorite customer here, Angel City Store. I'm going to come over here and select my items. So let's do maybe this one. We'll do 5 of those. We'll get 10 of these. Let's do one more. We'll do this one, and let's just say 50 there. Okay, so this is our sales order. I'm going to save this because I'm going to come back to this to show you the status updates as we go. So the sales order, as we look at it, this is your planning tool. This is going to allow you to reserve inventory, prepare fulfillment, and this is not going to affect our financials until we finalize it with an invoice. This is going to be critical for complex inventory workflows where you need to track partial shipments, manage your back orders, view demand at a granular level. So this is our starting point for this process. The other thing before I go over to sales order fulfillment, I wanted to talk about checking inventory. So we want to verify that stock is available. QuickBooks provides a button right on the sales order to check availability, and it's right here. So when I click on this, this now opens and it shows me what's in stock, what's committed, what's on an order. And if you're using advanced inventory, this data is visible across multiple locations. So it will do it by site location as well. This is also going to help you to be able to communicate to your customer. So if there's any delays on the fulfillment, you'll be able to be proactive. This is where you can see a list of sales orders. You would be able to see pending bills and purchase orders here as well, just to note. Let me close this. So next thing we're going to do, I'm going to take you over to the Sales Order Fulfillment Worksheet. Okay, so once a sales order is confirmed and inventory is verified, that's when the fulfillment process begins. This is normally 2 steps. We have picking and packing. These steps ensure that the correct items are collected from inventory and securely prepared for shipment. So our first step, you would check the sales order and come over here to actions. So I'm going to send this for picking. I am going to do all 3 of my tasks. So this is my pick list, and I'm going to say next. This is where you can come in and you can add a note, a delegate order, or whatever you need to put in there, need ASAP. And here's where you would choose your warehouse user. Okay. Now down here, I can go and I can print my pick list as well. And so that looks like this. Okay, I'm going to cancel out of that because I just want to say, okay, so my pick list has been created. Now you'll see my status is sent for pick. So I could go over here to the pick and I can see here in my dashboard that it was sent for pick. I can even see my order here on the notes. I have actions I can do here, so I can go in and view the pick list. Now I'm going to do this just because I don't have my scanner connected. So here I can come in, I can pick 5. We would be doing this normally with our barcode scanner. We would go over, we'd be able to punch in 10. and punch in 50. I'm going to update sales order. Okay, so now pick is complete. I'm going to jump back over real quick. Let's go take a look at our sales order. So it was sent for pick. Okay, let's update this. Picked. Sales order. Well, it still says sent for pick. So let's go back over here. I'm going to go. Now you can do it from here. You can do send for packing. So I'm going to check this. Send for packing. Here again, you're going to pick your warehouse user. I have to say print packing slips just because it's going to then update this. So, okay, now we sent for pack. So if I go over to pack, here's what we see, sent for pack. Now I can view my packing list. Again, I can pack these items. Okay, and update my sales order. Yes, I want to update. Sales order updated. When you're ready, you can mark this order as shipped from the dashboard. So I'm going to say, okay, my sales order now, still not saying updated. Let me go back over here. Sometimes that refresh button, well, my order is just stuck, isn't it? Go over here. Definitely shows packed. These sample files sometimes can be a little quirky. How about I go out of this and then I'll go back to my sales order. There we go. I guess I wasn't pushing the right buttons. So it does update these statuses as you go through. All right. Now we have ensured everything is correctly accounted for before shipping. Customer is going to be getting what they ordered. So we can come back over here now. I can check the sales order again, and I can mark shipped. Now, just to note, as you see here, we can also connect to the shipping manager. Okay, so that is over here as well. So I can go into shipping manager. I can connect my FedEx account, my UPS account, my USPS account. When I do that, I can put in dimensions for my package. I can print labels. I can even do my tracking from here. So great little spot, but it does take a little bit of extra setup. Anyway, from here, what I'm going to do is come in and mark this shipped. And that will complete sales order number 1. So now we don't see it here anymore. So what I can do is it's complete. So that's not here anymore. Now what I can do is go back over to my sales order just to show you. Here's my sales order, invoiced in full. So that means it automatically created my invoice for me. So it invoiced my client. And now, if we did have QuickBooks payments connected to QuickBooks, we would be able to email this to client with a link for payment. Maybe get paid a little bit quicker than if we were just emailing the client without a link. All right, one more way I want to show you. So let's go back over to sales orders. I'm going to do a new one. Let's do a new sales order. I'm going to pick some different items here. Let's do these. I'm just going to make this 5. We'll do 6 of these. Maybe we'll do 3 of these. Okay, a small order here. Oh, I need a customer. Let's do Angel City again. I'm going to save that. All right, let's go over to our Sales Order Fulfillment Worksheet. And as you see, it doesn't show a sales order here. So this is a refresh button. Just click refresh. Here it is. So now I'm going to show you a little bit different workflow. So this is When you want to speed up and simplify the process, maybe for smaller teams or for straightforward orders, we can do an express pick and pack. So this streamlines both steps into one, allowing a single user to pick and pack in the same workflow. Great if you have low volume, reduces turning time, increases speed. So all you got to do is come in here, select your sales order. Here it is, send for express pick and pack. So now this is just going to be one step. So I'm going to send this to my warehouse user A. Print, for example, the preview. It's going to look like this. It's not there. So, okay, we'll update those quantities. Now the sales order, not updated because what I didn't do, let's close the sales order out. So leaving it open here. So now if I go back to sales order 2, sent for express pick and pack. Okay. So now let's go over to my tab for express pick and pack. We are going to view the express pick pack list. And here I can pack 4. So if you do a different amount, it's going to give you a partial. So let's do 5 and 3. See what happens here. So if I update my sales order, there's a warning that comes up, tells me make sure this is correct because I didn't pack the full quantity here. So I'm going to say yes, let's update this. Let's take a look at what this looks like. So my express pick and pack shows complete at this time. So if I go over to my dashboard, wait a minute, partially packed. So I still have some that are not packed for shipping. So if I come over here, your sales order now updates partially packed. It even updates a status here for partially packed, and it gives my fulfilled quantity here. Okay. So pretty cool with the updates that we do get in here. Okay, so I could go back here if I wanted to. I can select this. I can send it again. I can pick the line that I want to send. So it would be that one. I can go next, send it to my warehouse user, update that, come over to my express pick and pack, this one here. I can now view this. I can add my 2 more in there. And now it says I have insufficient quantity. Interesting. Let me push it through though. So I guess I don't have it where it doesn't allow negative inventory. So that's one for another day. So anyway, that is the full process here. So when I go back in here now, I can go to my sales order 2. Let me close this out. Sales order 2. We're packed. It has all items here. It has 5, 6, 3. So everything is complete. Now, just one more step is I have to come back over here to the dashboard, select this, and I need to mark this shipped. That is going to push that invoice in for us. So now sales order is done. If I come in here to look at sales order number 2, it's invoiced in full. Over here and grab my transaction, and it has invoiced my whole sales order in full. All right. So let's talk a little bit here before we keep moving. Let's talk a little bit about automation and workflow efficiency. So as we go through the sales order fulfillment, there's several things. So we have streamlined order to cash process, especially if you have QB payments attached. We can do custom workflows enable role-based approvals and task reminders. We're going to have fewer errors, less manual entry, right? That human factors out a little bit. Scales fulfillment operations also without increasing workload. We're maintaining tighter controls over inventory. So really we're at a really good spot here. I do want to take you into reporting and analytics. Some of the reports that we use for this. So let's go take a look at open sales order. Now you can do open sales order by item, or you can do it by customer. Difference is open sales order. I don't have any open sales orders in here. Let me go throw a couple in here. This is a sample file, and I didn't prepare very well for that. So let me go. Let's do a new. Let's do Blissful Store. Let's just throw a couple in here and see what we can get up and ready here for you. Let's do this. We'll put this in here as of the 11th. We'll do another one. Let's do Middleton. We'll do these items. Let's do 2, and we'll do 5. Okay. Now we've got some open sales orders by item. So what this is going to do, this is going to actually group by item. The other way to do it is to do open sales orders by customer. So then it groups by your customer. And we do have this for all time. So this is going to help track what items are committed but not yet fulfilled. It's going to identify back orders quickly. It's going to be great for monitoring that inventory allocation and production planning. I want to show you the different reporting with a little bit more detail here. So let's look here. So this is one that is grouped by item. So we have different sales orders here, but it's grouped by item. So this is showing you quantity, it's showing you what's invoiced, and it's showing you the back ordered. So very helpful. Like if you're running low on inventory and you need to prioritize orders based on what's due and what's available, this would be your report to use. The other would be the one by customer. So that's going to be ideal if your customer service or sales team needs to prioritize time-sensitive orders or certain customers or clients. It's going to help them follow up on partially fulfilled, delayed orders. So you can be proactive with calling them to give them an update on their shipping. Okay. A couple more. This one I think I'm going to take you in product on this one too. This one, I absolutely love this report. So this is the inventory stock status by item. With this report gives you a lot of information. The thing I like about this is if you have your reorder points in, what you're able to do is you can auto create POs. Now, mine, I've got some pretty healthy inventory in here. So let me invoice a customer real quick. I want to show you what this does because it's really pretty cool. Let me go in and I'm going to max out one of these items here. Let's just put in, I'm going to put in 500 because I know some of these are pretty full. Okay, this threw me into, I've got -2 available now. So let's create an auto PO. Oh, I've got 2 items. So if I pick both of these, I can come over here. It's 2 different companies, but I know I can get this one from Anderson's Hardware too. So I'm going to switch this over to Anderson's. I'm going to say create PO. And there it is. So when I come in here, this is based off my reorder points. But what I want to do, I want to go here and I actually want to get an even 100 of those. And I'm going to actually get 200 of these and save. Okay. So that is what the inventory stock status report can do. Other than that, this is a great place to see on hand quantity, on sales order quantity, on purchase orders. This is very useful for reordering decisions, like I showed you, to flag stockouts or overstock situations, but provides those real-time insights into item availability. Okay, next, let's look at this one. So we've got sales by rep detail. This tracks performance by your sales rep. It supports commission tracking. You can identify your top performers, useful for your sales team coaching and for performance management. Um, this doesn't do calculations. Towards the end, I will share another report with you that can actually do commission calculations and might be helpful. Another report, sales by item detail. So this shows trends by item across any period of time. So it's good for analyzing demand trends. Also can be a guide for restocking or discounting decisions, but it helps with performance reporting. So if you want to know which items are driving your revenue and adjust your stock strategy accordingly, this is the report you'd want to use. All right. I talk about some bonus reports. So these would be customized reports inside of QuickBooks. So one being sales backorder report can be very useful. This is if you want to see which orders can't be completed yet and why. So it helps avoid customer dissatisfaction due to delays, keeps warehouse users or teams aware of incoming restocking needs. The other is pick list or packing slip report. So you're putting pick slips for your team to begin picking assigned orders maybe. So it's going to guide your warehouse on which items you're going to need to be picking or packing. It's going to reduce errors by ensuring that item level accuracy. And then, like I'd mentioned, for the commission reporting, that would be done through a custom QuickBooks Advanced report, or QBAR, is like we want to call it. You can build sales rep commission calculations into the report. So if they're paid on commission percent, it'll actually run those calculations for you. We can also do tailored dashboards like sales order aging, fill rate metrics, custom back order dashboards. QuickBooks Advanced Reporting, it's a pretty cool module. We do have consultants that are able to help design and build these if you're needing something that's not just default can report in QuickBooks. So finally, let's go over just a couple good housekeeping tips. So we always recommend that you reconcile your inventory frequently. Ideally once a week. You can actually do it through the barcode scanner doing cycle counting, but I just encourage not to wait for quarterly review to find any problems. Always keep track of your inventory, especially if you're doing high volume. Other tip is for your bins and shelves within your warehouse, use barcode labels. Label those bins and shelves so it's really easy to get to. And always use pick lists generated within QuickBooks. These are tied to real-time inventory and they reduce the risk of selecting incorrect or out of stock items. Also, scanning at both the pick and pack stages adds a second layer of accuracy. It may seem redundant, but it's critical for catching quantity mismatches or swapped items before they reach the customer. Also, make sure you're we talked about that. Let me not repeat reconciling inventory. It's that important though. Let's see. Avoid backdating orders. That's just not part of the workflow. We want to make sure things are accurate and we don't want to fall short. So we don't want to accidentally mark orders partially fulfilled. Always test barcodes after software updates or label changes, just to make sure it is getting the right barcode for you. With that, just empower your team to use the system properly, and they'll trust the data. The more consistent your fulfillment team uses the pick, pack, ship workflow, I think the fewer headaches you're going to see in billing, returns, and reporting. Last, and in conclusion, streamlining your sales order process in QuickBooks helps improve accuracy, efficiency, and customer satisfaction. Here on the compliance and audit trail, you can track all sales orders, fulfillment, and inventory changes with user timestamps. We can provide audit-ready reports for inventory evaluation and tracking history. User rights and roles. We can get very granular in that with the security to protect data integrity. We can do documentation attachments. Many areas in QuickBooks, there's a place for that. And then also, as we said, audit reports. They're audit ready, they're time stamped, so we can always go back and see how things happened. That is it for my presentation today. If you have any questions or need help implementing any of these features in the future, I'm happy to assist further. Thank you so much.